Hello folks, happy Independence Day. Welcome back to Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man.
Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man.
We're cutting a quick intro here because we've been rather lackadaisical with our podcasting schedule. At the time of Bacon Explosion 2, we actually recorded a quote-unquote bonus episode where we went back to the original Bacon Explosion video, and we recorded a podcast for that.
Jack has been releasing lackluster content, so we figured we'd give you this bonus for Independence Day.
We'll be catching up with you next week, probably in the next couple of days. We're going to record the ones for the Disney World recipes he was doing.
Which are awful.
Of course, and you can tell he doesn't care because obviously this was probably a suggestion by Tammy.
Yeah, and there were only 3 of them and there was no content there.
Oh, and even less with the homemade smoker video that he did. Lazy Man
that
smoker.
Was awful.
Yeah, we're not doing that one.
We're not doing that one.
We'll definitely do the Disney World video, so relax, sit back, enjoy Bacon Explosion 1, the prequel.
Happy Independence Day.
All countries matter.
Hi all. So a while ago on YouTube, I stumbled down a wormhole of small kitchen appliance reviews. As I was looking to buy an air fryer and perhaps maybe a pressure cooker, that's when I stumbled across one of the worst YouTube chefs of all time. His name is Jack Scalfani, as I like to call him. Jack Salmonella Scalfani. I watch video after video of him butcher, sometimes quite literally, recipes. Imagine driving slowly past a multi-car pileup on the interstate. That's my face as I watched him teach the internet how to make partially cooked meals of varying types and taking awful and unneeded shortcuts to recipes that are already quick to prepare. The absolute horror of Jack's lazy man chefing, air quote, techniques to my boyfriend Tom. And now, since we can't unsee it, we are opening your eyes to it as well. I'm Michelle, and I welcome you to join us for this horrific journey, better known as Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man.
Welcome back to
Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man. I'm Pink Chicken.
And I'm Lazy Man. That's right, folks. We felt so bad about talking about all the videos we didn't do for you. This week, we decided to give you a bonus episode.
We're going to throw it back and review the original Bacon Explosion.
This one has an unbelievable 732,000 views on it. Probably not for the reason Jack likes to think.
From 10 years ago.
This is the original opening where he thinks he's running a real cooking show. He's trying to look like Food Network. He's got titles and theme music. And
this is in his kitchen in California. It has the green background, which I hope is he's not trying to mimic a green screen.
Obviously with a smaller home because the laundry room is in the back of the kitchen.
And we see his laundry on the floor at certain points of the video.
Yeah, at some point he cuts back and see the wash basket.
So this video is 13 and 25 minutes, and this is before Jack was scamming any kind of YouTube picker. So if it's that length, he doesn't know any better. He's just recording it at that length.
Oh, and this is also when he was like, you know, when he would do viewer feedback and he would actually be responsive to comments and he'd want people, he'd encourage people to make his own recipes. There's like a little segment in here where he interacts with his audience by saying, thank you for making my recipes. And he's actually using the word recipe, which he doesn't use very often anymore.
It's a completely different era of Jack, different attitude.
One might say that this is sort of like the prequel era of Jack.
Yeah, as you said before,
before the dark times, before the Empire.
It's the Nashville Jack and not the
she won't get.
Not the Vegas Jack.
Exactly. This is young Memphis Jack. This is Tennessee Jack, not bloated, drug-addled Vegas Jack, where he just shambles out on stage every night and does the hits. Like Bacon Explosion. Hey everybody, I heard you like a Bacon Explosion video. I'm gonna make a bigger Bacon Explosion video this time. It's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be 5 pounds of bacon and 6 pounds of sausage and chorizo. And
by the way, that's our cat who's zoomy at the moment. So if you hear any weird noises in the background,
that's the cat causing chaos.
So let's get into it here.
Synchronize your YouTubulators. We are hitting play in 5, 4, get
2, 1. And here we go.
Jack is dodging his titles as they fly in. Obviously, professional editing done here. Maybe Jack's work, probably not.
This is episode 50.
With 5 exclamation points, because that makes it better.
So again, Green Kitchen, California, not Nashville or wherever he's living these days.
I do like the fact there's a fire extinguisher placed right in the background. Gives you an idea about his cooking. Oh, and this is where he's giving shout outs to barbecueaddicts.com for sharing their recipe with him.
He's got the snapback cap. cap, the best barbecue sauce you'll ever taste apron. And he also mentions his cookingwithjackblogspot.com. Now I've checked that. I forget what episode I was watching of one of his older videos, and I saw that pop up. All he uses that now for is to aggregate his videos.
Now we get to viewer mail. So somebody tried his god-awful poutine recipe. So somebody takes a very fuzzy, looks like a flip phone picture of something they made with him, the gravy and cheese fries.
He's redone that episode. He did it once, he screwed it up, and then he redid it, and he screwed it up worse. Maybe one of these days we'll have to review that episode.
Here's another blurry photo of someone's veggie lasagna that I guess he made.
Which just looks like congealed cucumbers.
It looks like the kind of veggie lasagna you would get at a school cafeteria.
And then we have
the kind that you would throw at the weaker children.
Another veggie lasagna that looks somewhat edible, I would suppose.
Yeah, but that's cheap bagged cheese on the top. You can tell the way it like hardens like cardboard. Yeah,
yep.
That's not fresh cheese. Now he's talking about a recipe book he found that he's going to be doing recipes out of. This is when Jack cared. This is when Jack thought he was on a cooking show.
Top secret recipes unlocked from Todd Wilbur.
As seen on QVC, so you know it's quality. That's what the Q stands for. Quality value channel.
So why was he rambling about this? He didn't use.
He's saying that you get ready, folks, because he's going to be doing upcoming recipes from the book.
Right. Okay.
So he's got the ingredients laid out. Now this is just like the sequel video. He's got both the best barbecue sauce and the best seasoning mix.
There are several differences between this and the newer episode that we're going to point out here. One thing he mentions is he's going to be doing the romantic episode video, which we already covered.
Episode 214.
Yes.
Season 2, episode 14.
He has the ingredients laid out here for us, but you only see them briefly before he starts doing the technique of weaving the bacon.
He's got 3 pounds of sausage, 1 pound of bacon, which is interesting. In his new video, he's got at least 2 pounds of bacon, and those might be pound or pound and a half packages.
Well, they're the thicker slice. These ones look like they're normal bacon slices, or slices that you could get at the deli versus in the package, in the prepackaged portion of them.
The prepackaged package.
The prepackaged package, of course.
Okay.
Now he's going through the weaving technique. Notice he only does 5. He only does 5 across and then 5 down. So it's 5 and 5.
Because at this time he wasn't thinking about making like a huge bacon explosion meatloaf
like a triple
pile. Yeah.
A triple version of it.
So now he's got his bacon weave done. Very, very good. He's got a camera locked down on a tripod. The dissolves work better than they do in his later videos. Now he's talking about his seasoning a little bit. Look at he's freshly seasoning the bacon weave.
He does use his best gourmet sauce ever.
Which looks different than we've seen in the Bacon Explosion 2 video. The one in Bacon Explosion 2 video looks very coarse. This looks very fine. This looks like garlic powder, like granulated garlic. The seasoning video looks thicker. It looks coarse.
So the trifecta is the best gourmet seasoning ever, whatever that is. Ground pepper and then red pepper flakes. Yeah, red pepper flakes.
Now he's extracting his meat tube.
It appears that he has 3 meat tubes, but he only uses 2 to spread this out.
So he's basically just flattening out. He's laying down the meat tube of sausage and just flattening it out. Make a thin, even coat of meat.
And he talks about he has extra pieces of bacon in his pack. He's going to be cooking those up to put on the inside, just like he did with later video that we just reviewed.
He got a couple strips left over. He's going to fry it up in little pieces.
This looks like the packaging that it's in looks like he bought it at a deli.
It's a real sealable bag that you would get at a deli. So he's whipping out his bacon from the deli bag.
You're watching the Cooking with Jack show. We'll be back with you right after this. Have you ever wanted to have congealed fat on top of your fat? Well, I got the best barbecue sauce ever for you. Money back guaranteed if you don't love it.
That's Pink Chicken's impression of his... Remember when this is back in that golden era when Jack would do fake commercials for his own product and pretend it was like a television show where he was cutting away to some paid sponsorship? Oh wait, he still does that now. World of Warships is an affiliate marketing program, not an actual sponsorship.
What's weird?
Oh, it may be a warship, but it's not a sponsorship.
And we're back.
He's got the sausage layer. Now he's putting out the crispy bacon bits that he just fried up. Again, it's bacon on bacon with sausage in the middle of it. Seems reasonable compared to what he makes with Bacon Explosion 2.
The packaging has changed. Packaging and the consistency has changed a lot for the best barbecue sauce ever.
Still looks like ketchup.
It was a jar back then, and it looked like jelly. The newer episode, it was actually a bottle, and it looked
with
like
a tapered neck.
It was poured pouring fluidly, like it wasn't congealed and weird.
He might have added less sugar, but probably not. Oh, look at his two good hands. Look at his giant Godfather like wedding ring. Is that supposed to be a wedding ring?
I'm confused about the bracelet while you're cooking myself.
What's a copper? It's one of those copper bracelets or a magnet bracelet. You know, it's for fitness.
If you believe that fad, okay.
So he rolled up the meat on the bacon, but he didn't roll it in the bacon weave. He just rolled it and picked it up.
He rolled it as if it was a meatloaf again, like made out of sausage.
Like a jelly roll made out of meat with barbecue sauce as the jelly.
And so once he has that part rolled, he rolls it within the
bacon weave.
The bacon weave.
Bacon weave. Bacon weave.
Bacon weave. Bacon weave.
He's looking dope tonight. Got his weave on right.
Wow. Once he gets this all combined together, wearing no gloves and having Tammy not yell at him, he tells...
Unlike Bacon Explosion 2, where Tammy gives him the what for.
If you look at the video at this point, after he gets it all together, he's got some very choice, if you just freeze frame the video at any point in time, him just like having the meat like 5 centimeters away from his face while he talks about...
He wants to get close to that meat tube.
Well, of course.
He wants to breathe on the bacon. Give it life.
I think he wants to lick it, actually.
He sure does.
He's telling you his techniques. He's going to smoke it, but he's going to smoke it on a
regular gas grill. A regular gas grill.
And he's cooking it to be 165. Now, if you've been paying attention, the previous video said that he was going to cook it to 150. So what is right? Which one is right? Because it's the same.
Given that this is given there's an element of raw pork here, I'm going to go for 165.
This one, he says he cooks it for 2.5 hours. We don't know how long he cooked it in the newer video.
In Bacon Explosion 2, the second attempt.
Bacon Explosion 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
Bacon Explosion Episode 2, Attack of the Strips. Another Star Wars reference you won't get.
He lets it rest for 20 minutes. That's the only kind of time.
So the steam turns magically back into juice.
Which made no sense.
Like a Harry Potter. So he's got his gas grill. He's got 2 burners running. Pretty high heat because, of course, Jack. He's actually, but this is like old Jack. So he's like checking temperature. He's making sure he does it for the right amount of time as indicated in the recipe. Not like the new Devil May Care Jack where he's just like, yeah, we're just going to smoke it for a while in the smoker that I got. Not the indoor smoker because I gave that away because I won't use an indoor smoker because I don't have to. I have a half a dozen smokers in my backyard. He's inserting the probe in the tube meat.
What's interesting is this one actually looks like it's done when he pulls it off. Whatever.
Yeah, the bacon is crisp here. You can tell the meat is browned on the outside.
And on the inside, like everything looks completely done. There's no pink or anything that would make you think that it's not cooked.
Yeah, even the bacon looks cooked on the inside because that's what I was concerned about with the Bacon Explosion 2. The bacon that was inside rubbing up against the tube meat. It looks like the bacon on the outside didn't cook all the way through.
There was different layers of stuff in there. There was stuff that was uncooked, stuff that was already cooked, and stuff that was just cooked. I don't know.
Now he's basting with his barbecue sauce because he said he forgot to do that.
Which he does do in the newer episode. Here's my favorite weird question. Like, he's cutting into this. He has a fish spatula.
A fistula?
No. To hold it different. As he's... Yes.
Is that dirty?
Probably. Not knowing exactly what it is. But this actually looks cooked through.
Gives us the cross section. It looks very nice. It's very well cooked. You can see the sausage is browned and cooked.
And
the bacon is very crisp inside, unlike Bacon Explosion 2, where it all just looks like rubber hell.
It's half the size of Bacon Explosion 2.
This is one where you would like cut a little piece of this and say, try it. You maybe at a party or something, you would put this out and say, have a little piece. Look he's using a plate and utensils.
And it fits on like quarter of the plate, not the entire thing.
This is plate size, not platter sized like Bacon Explosion 2.
That was definitely like a double.
Oh, it literally was. In this one, he says he's using 3 pounds of sausage, which he really looks like he only uses 2.
He only uses the 2, yeah.
In Bacon Explosion Part 2, he used like 6 pounds. Again, he had 2 pounds of the link sausage, the Italian and the chorizo, and then he had a 1 or even a 2-pound tube of just regular sausage.
Plus the pulled pork, plus the bacon.
Without the link skin.
And then whatever... whatever the seasoning and the barbecue sauce added in, I don't know, but...
And look at him as he shoves that dripping meat in his face. He's so happy here.
Not using a fork.
Not a care in the world. Oh, that's right. He's not using a fork,
using his fingers again.
So apparently he considers this to be an appetizer, which this size, Bacon Explosion 1 is appetizer size. You got a little piece off and you can eat it like that. But Bacon Explosion 2, that's an entree.
I would not eat more than one of Bacon Explosion 1. But
I don't think you could. The fun part is near the end of this video, he jokes about a heart attack. Like, so he knows the food he's preparing is very unhealthy. unhealthy.
He goes back to make the same video again, but triples the recipe or doubles the recipe. Like, what's going on? So I don't know. I think he's trolling us. I really do.
Whatever he's doing, he's giving us ammunition. So we got a bonus video out of this one. We got the whole debacle that was Bacon Explosion 2.
I still say Bacon Explosion 1 is the way to go. 165, 2.5 hours.
Exactly. You want to cook the meat all throughout.
Wrap it to the size of a small pork chop, like a pork loin chop.
Loin chop. That's actually her nickname for me. Loin chop.
It's not.
So what you're saying is Bacon Explosion 1 is like Star Wars A New Hope. It's fresh. All the visuals are exciting. You don't know what to expect next. Bacon Explosion 2 is more like a soft reboot. It is a sequel, but really it's the same recipe. It's just a lot of tiredness because you've seen it all before and you don't like the new stuff. Like there's no reason to add chorizo to it because the spice vocabulary is different. And it's just larger excess for excess's sake. Like Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Well, like
another reference you won't get.
What if you made this recipe and not use the bland tube pork and only use chorizo?
Tube pork.
There you go. You're already up in your game. Like
I think the point of the original Bacon Explosion was mostly to get the bacon flavor through it, but also to allow you to season the pork as you would want to.
Instead of using the whatever tube sausage or Italian sausage, why not use the hot sausage?
Tube pork.
Because it's not chorizo where it's spiced. It's hot, but it's...
In Bacon Explosion 2, he's got a bunch of ideas going on there, but like Jack, he just is a lazy man and he slaps it in a bowl and just rolls it up and see what sticks. He doesn't give any thought to it. He's like, oh, well, maybe I could make it a chorizo-based Bacon Explosion, or maybe I can make it an Italian sausage-based one. And he goes, nope, I'm just gonna make them all.
That doesn't work, I don't think.
It's that careless attitude he's now developed. The bloated Vegas era Jack, where he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna eat with my hand. I only have one word. I'm just gonna shove it in my mouth, and Tammy's gonna yell at me again.
One other thing to note, as the outro card goes here, he has a nice little scroll with his credits, which are all kind of like produced by me.
Produced by Jack Scalfani. Contact Jack Scalfani. Email Jack Scalfani.
Yeah.
Pitching Bugs Bunny. Catching Bugs Bunny. First base Bugs Bunny. Second base Bugs Bunny. Third base Bugs Bunny.
Visit Jack's new channel, Jack on the Go. So that's how old this is. I guess Jack on the Go was just starting out at that point.
Well, it's interesting because in Bacon Explosion 2, there are no credits. There's very little graphics, if any, in that video.
Yeah, there's no title card in.
Again, well, it's rushed and he doesn't care.
There hasn't been in the last couple episodes, and I don't know why that is. Jack is very inconsistent.
I feel like he's tired, he's run out of ideas, and pretty soon we'll see the return of a beloved character like Aunt Myrna in the new Jack season, just like Star Wars.
Skeletal remains?
Aunt Myrna is Emperor Palpatine.
I still don't get it.
Nope.
And that's where we're going to end it. We'll join you next time.
As always.
As always. Thanks for joining. Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man. Sorry, he was winding me up for it. So.
I sure was. Thank you, folks.
See you next time.